So we all know who this is right here on your screen. This is Cam Newton, NFL superstar. And he recently did an interview on a podcast. Let me see what the name of the podcast is called. $1 Million Worth of Game podcast. And the podcast was about an hour and some change long. I didn't listen to it, but I just happened to find it because it was links everywhere. And he was talking about different things. But the one thing he talked about seemed to get some women all riled up. And that was his part where he was talking about he finds women that can't cook or maybe not willing to learn how to cook undateable. Like he said, he cannot mess with a woman that just cannot cook. And so many women, but one in particular that we're going to talk about, got so in their feelings about it that they just had to not only call him out on it, but also berate him at the same time. But the thing about it is, the person who did the berating should have kept their mouth shut. So I'm going to shift gears. I just had to bring Cam Newton up in the frame because I wanted to set the foundation of where we was headed with this. And that's this woman right here. Her name is Kayla Nicole. Now, if you see who she's standing with, that is Travis Kelce. He too is a football player, and that is her current boyfriend. Now, many people have been going in on her because of what she said, but they basically have said that she's a hypocrite herself, or she's basically that hit dog that's now hollering. And I'm going to go ahead and read this article coming from BSO, and you're going to get an understanding of why people are going in on her. It says many people have been coming at Cam Newton's neck for his comments about how he prefers women who know how to cook, cater to their men, and let their men lead as opposed to being bad bitches. And something tells me that all of these apply to her, or at least 2 out of the 3. I know one for sure, but we'll get into that. Cam previously mentioned this when he had a sit-down interview with Brittany Renner, but has gotten more traction after his interview with the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast. It seems the cooking part is what is bothering people the most. Chiefs tight end longtime girlfriend Kayla Nicole had a lot to say about this. She took a ton of shots at Cam Newton. What Cam said seems to strike a nerve with her via TMZ Sports. She ripped him for appearing to define a woman's worth by her abilities in the kitchen and her willingness to allow a man to lead, eviscerating him in a video on her Instagram page. This man said that you need to be able to cook and know when to be quiet, Nicole said. Something tells me she doesn't know how to do neither. One of them I know she doesn't know how to do, but I'm almost certain the other one she doesn't know either. Because that's what his mama did. Like, boy, go date your mama then. This is her words. The Chiefs star's girlfriend explained her beef with Cam further in a series of tweets on her Twitter account, calling Cam a straight up bozo for his comments. Pretty sure the average woman is capable of making edible food, Kayla said. How do you think she survived thus far? It's really not a matter of can she cook. It's more like, does she want to cook for your hungry hippo ass? Kayla, who's been dating Kelce since 2017, that is 5 years now, without a ring, then poked fun at Cam for currently being without an NFL team, saying he has nothing but time to be quiet and get that ass in the kitchen. Something tells me that she is one of the people that doesn't know how to cook herself. The name calling seemed to be a bit much, but she seemed really bothered by Cam's comment and has stated in the past that she isn't a good cook. See, there's that hit dog that hollered, that she's that dog that got slapped on the ass with the newspaper. There it is. That's why she's upset. She felt that was a dig at her. Kayla, Cam wasn't talking about you. Cam Newton probably doesn't even know you. He probably knows your boyfriend, but he doesn't know you. And she got upset by that because she felt like that was a personal dig at her. It wasn't a dig at you. He was talking about many women. He didn't say this woman, Kayla Nicole. He said women, not you in particular. But, since you opened yourself up wide open for attack, what she did, because they went and are still going in on her on Twitter. But let me get back to this article. So much so that she decided to go on Instagram and keep yelling at him. Kayla says she is ready for Kelce to propose to her, but he hasn't shown much interest in doing so. Keep in mind, they've been dating since 2017, and she's dropping hints that she wants him to propose to her. Well, you know what? I don't think that's going to happen, because from what I've heard, Travis has cheated on Kayla multiple times. And here's the kicker. The times that he cheated on her was not with other black women. It was with other white women. See, that's something that a lot of these divestors ain't going to talk about, is when the Brad that they're going after, that they might actually finally get with, when they cheat, and they cheat on the women of their tribe, they're not going to talk about that. They're not. They're only going to talk about, you know, the sunshine and glistening and the glitter and the rainbows and all the nice shit, you know, that will come in a Lucky Charms cereal box. They're not going to talk about what I just told you. And it's no secret that he cheated on her. That's actually public knowledge. And I think they've broken up a couple of times, but they keep getting back together. And I bet you she's the one crawling back on her ashy little knees to do it. She appears to probably be the type that would propose to her boyfriend before he would ever propose to her. You know, sort of like how Jodie Turner-Smith did with Joshua Jackson. But say that they will never propose. It will be so degrading as a black woman to propose to a black man. Let's continue. They are going on their 6th year together. They briefly broke up when Kelce allegedly cheated on her, but she eventually came back to him. Notice how they wrote that. She came back to him, not him go back to her. Makes you wonder who initiated the breakup. Now, it would be funny if he was the one that initiated the breakup and he was the one that cheated on her. That's funny. That's hilarious to me. Let me read some of these tweets that she put out there. Not that they really mean much. One tweet says, that man ain't had a job in months. He has nothing but time. Okay. So these are just screenshots of the tweets. She said, the obsession with women being able to cook is truly comical, because it's like if your palate is so superior, date a Michelin star chef, then bozo. Pretty sure the average woman is capable of making edible food. How do you think she survived thus far? And I don't even know why she said, why don't you date your mama then? Well, maybe if you're around your mama, assuming she knew how to cook, you would know how to cook too. She admitted that she doesn't know how to cook herself. Maybe that's why Travis ain't put a ring on it. It's the basic necessities of a female partner to her male partner. I bet you if you took Kayla Nicole inside of a house and asked her, where's the refrigerator, she probably couldn't tell you. If you asked her what goes in the pantry, she couldn't tell you what goes in it. If you asked her where does the cutlery go, she wouldn't know where it would go. I bet this woman probably doesn't even know how to boil water. But like I said, the hit dog hollered. She got triggered because she felt like that was a personal attack at her. Cam Newton did not mention her by name. Like I said, he probably doesn't even know her. He most likely knows him because they play football together, just on different teams. But she got mad because she doesn't know how to cook. There's actually a lot of women out here that don't know how to cook, but I didn't see all of them jump up and get up in arms the way that she did, which also leads me to believe that she's doing this for attention as well. That's not the attention you want. And like I said in previous videos, when it came to the quote unquote incident, a lot of people who are unqualified to speak on certain things should have not said anything. Now she's left herself wide open for attack from a lot of people on the internet to bring up old stuff such as his infidelity. And now that we know that you don't know how to cook, you know, we know that you're guilty of what Cam Newton claimed. And I would like to know, what does Kayla Nicole do exactly? Because from what I heard, they said that she's like a influencer. But then again, nowadays, anybody with a social media account, a good looking face and a nice body, whether they bought the parts or it's all natural, can be an influencer. That title is spread so far and so wide, but weighs so, it's such a thin veil. Imagine if today social media shut down, what would she do? There goes her money. There goes her count. And then she called him a bum and a bozo. I'm almost certain that Cam Newton has way more in his bank account than she does in hers. And probably more than Travis Kelce as well. But see, that's the mindset of the divester right there. I wonder if this was a white football player that said exactly what Cam Newton said, would she have jumped out the window the way that she did and and face plant on her face and have the same sentiments as she did when Cam Newton said it? You can't tell me that she didn't say that because Cam Newton is a black man. A lot of these divestors, 99.9% of them don't like black men. And the fact that a black man even had the nerve to say that, it made her mad. Anytime a black man has an opinion about a lot of things, a lot of these divestors have this sentiment of you can't say that. Just like when Luther Campbell, aka Uncle Luke, said something about Kamala the Chameleon, and then you had what's her face, linebacker Bill, come out and say he was dumb and you don't understand politics. Why do men have to say things that they're not qualified to speak on? Meanwhile, this guy ran for a whole political office down in Miami, so he does know politics. He almost won, as a matter of fact. Then you had, Gail the Gargantuan trying to sidewind Lisa Leslie into saying something bad about Kobe Bryant, and then Snoop came and said what he said about her because she was basically disrespecting Kobe, a man who just died like a week and a half ago at the time. Then you had Susan Rice come out and say she was going to send an army after Snoop for what he said, as if what Gail said wasn't disrespectful. See, are y'all noticing a pattern here? Well, you know what, black men? Continue to talk your ish. I don't care what any of them got to say. I'm going to continue to say what I got to say. Because I remember, because I kind of fell into the same little thing the other day when I did my video about the what is it? The stats about the fatalities of black children, to black perpetrators, both men and women. And I had some people, mainly women, only women as a matter of fact, come in there and get upset because I spoke about how bad the numbers were for the black women. I had one leave a whole paragraph saying, like, how dare you? I don't do that how dare you finger wagging thing on my page. I don't. You get blocked. And that's exactly what happened to that person. They got blocked. And I actually saw them pop up on Seiji Hito's page when he was talking about black women leaving the same kind of comment. I'm telling y'all right now, beware of these black women out here who are pro black women. Those are your divestors. Those are your black feminists. But yeah, Kayla Nicole, the only bozo and bum I see right now is you. That is you. A hit dog hollered and you yelled and you barked really loudly with this one. Well, look at this here. Remember how Kayla Nicole said that she wasn't that much of a cook, or she didn't really cook like that? This chick has a whole cooking segment on her YouTube channel. This is her YouTube channel. It says Kayla Nicole, that is her, and it says says cooking with Kayla, buttermilk fried chicken sliders. But she got mad at Cam Newton about his kitchen reference towards women. Pot meet kettle.